So now that's finished, I'm going to click finish. And then if we go in under install images, you can see it created the image group, and you can see the images are listed. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at my DHCP server, and I'm going to change a couple of settings. Oops. So I'm going to go down. So for boot server hostname, I'm going to put the name of this PC, or I'm going to put its IP address. So I'm going to put 11. And for boot file name, I'll put pxeboot.com, which is the name of the boot file that this deployment services is serving. So click OK on that. And then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to restart my DHCP server. Once we've done that, our server is now ready pretty much to serve images. So I'm just going to create a new share so that we can store our custom images we create in. I'll call it custom. And then I'm going to share this folder out. Just share it with the administrator. Allow full control. Once we've done that, our server's ready to go. So we can go back to our Windows 7 source machine that we're going to take an image of. So I'm going to go back over here. So we're going to have to open another command prompt as administrator. So I'm going to open a command prompt. Alright, and then we're going to sysprep the machine, which means we're going to get it ready for deployment. So when we take an image of it, it'll be like sort of like a generic kind of, but it'll have all of our settings. But it'll pull up like the out of box wizard and everything. So I'm going to change to the sysprep directory. Once we've done that, once we've changed to the sysprep directory, we're going to run this command. We're going to do sysprep /generalize /oobe /shutdown. And that's going to prep our machine so that it'll be ready to take an image of. So I'm going to run that. And then you'll see this come up, and this will take a few minutes, and it'll get your Windows 7 machine ready to. Once that's done, our machine is going to shut down, and it'll be ready to image. Once that's done, our machine will have shut down, and it'll be time to make an image of it. But before we can do that, we need to go back to our machine that we created the ISO file on earlier, and we're going to have to go get it and burn it to a CD. So I'm going to go to my C drive, winpe, and it'll be in the ISO folder under the winpe directory. And I'm going to copy it. You'll have to burn it onto a CD and put it into your machine that you're imaging. But since I'm using VMware, I don't need to do that. So I'm going to put it in. Okay. And I'm going to power it on. And we're going to boot from the CD. So you'll see you'll go into BIOS, and then we'll propagate our CD drive to the top. So I'm going to put my CD drive on the top so it'll boot first. And then we'll boot from the CD. And we'll see this. Once that's booted, you'll see we have the command prompt. So now we'll prepare our hard drive and we'll image it and we'll store it on this server. So the first thing we have to do is we have to map that network share we created on the server earlier. So we'll do net use z : and then the name of the server, so in case it's deployment, and then name of our share /user : and then the username you use to log on, and then asterisk, and then put in the password. Alright, and then we'll do, so now that's mounted on Z, so we'll look at we'll do disk part, we'll do list disk, select disk 0, list volume, and you'll see that drive C is the volume that our hard disk is, so we'll exit this. So now we're going to run this long command, so we'll do imagex / capture c:, which is the image we're trying to capture, and then we'll store it on z:, and we'll call this image.wim, and then give it a name, so I'll call this master image, and then this is going to take quite a while. Once that's done, we're done with this Windows 7 machine, so we can just shut it off. But now when we go back to our deployment server, if we log in, we can see if we look under our custom share we created, we can see that we created our image file here from that Windows 7 machine earlier. So now we're going to add that image to our PXE server. So all we have to do is open back up the server manager. And if we go and look under our roles, Windows deployment services, server, install images, we have our default group from our DVD. We need to make a new group, so we'll create, add image group, we'll call this custom, and then we'll add an install image, and we'll browse, and then we'll point it to that image we just created. So this is going to import, and again, this will take a few minutes. Once that's done and you click finish, you'll see the image listed here that we just created. So that's pretty much it on the deployment server side, so we should be ready to deploy an image. So let's try to deploy an image. So I've created this Windows 7 machine here, and you can see there's no CD, there's nothing on the hard drive is blank, it's just on the same network as that server back there. So we'll click OK, and then when we start it up, you'll see it says press F12 for a service boot. So we're going to hit F12, and you'll see this screen come up. And now it's loading the PXE files. And you'll see it starting to boot up. Look at this. And then you'll see this screen, and you can see it says Windows Deployment Services, and then it asks you to pick a language. We'll click Next. And then it asks us for our credentials, so I'm just going to put in my administrator credentials. And then it says select the operating system you want to install, and we're going to select our master image, and we'll click Next. And of course you can script all of this with an XML file, so you don't have to put any of these options in, and you'll just be able to automatically image it. I can do another video if you'd like, so just post in the comments if you want me to make one of those. And you see after that screen, you'll get the standard Windows setup screen, and this is installing it over the network. And that's done. So start Windows normally. You can see this. This will take a little bit longer than normal because it's installing all the it's copying all the stuff from our images. Once you're done, you'll see this. And it's just the usual, so next, and then make a username, give the PC a name. Well, it's already got that user on the system, so we'll just call this installation. Password. Don't have that, except I have to do this because we generalized it earlier. And once it's done, you'll see this install has everything from your image earlier. It has all of the software, all of the settings, and everything. So I hope this helps you, and thanks for watching.